Oh my gosh, guys, it is that time again. This is Side Dish. You know what it is, guys. We are more than an appetizer when it comes to pop culture and fun. We are the whole meal, and it's the first part of 48-Hour Friday. I'm the luckiest because I get to share it with my girl, Claudia Jordan, and my guy, Headkrack. How are we doing tonight?
Fantastic. Minus someone that tried to maybe break into my house last night. I don't know.
Well, you said you was looking for a man. Now that man came looking for you. Now you got problems?
Well, yeah, I know. Women, we're so picky. We don't know what we want. I sent the video to our group text, and you can tell me if you think he'd be a good match for me. He came in and he opened the gates and then went back out, and that's that. So I don't know. Now I need a new fence. Y'all see it?
I'm watching it now. Watching it now. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, at least he was wearing like he wasn't wearing jeans. He was wearing khakis.
Oh, so maybe he's like a preppy type of.
Yeah, like maybe he was just checking your gas meter in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
That has to be scary though.
1 a.m. Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of scary, especially to wake up to that today. I didn't even know that was happening. And sometimes I fall asleep on the couch, and right where he opened the gate, he would have been able to look in the window and see me like laying there. So I don't know. I got to figure it out. My mom's like, call the police. So yeah, there's that. But anyways, other than that, I'm great. I didn't die.
You bounced back well.
That's good.
Did I die?
That's good. I'm glad, Claudia.
Thank you. Good, happy to be here. Yeah.
Yeah, outstanding. Same. All the things, juggling all the things. Shout out to everybody in the chat putting it down, man. We appreciate the love as always, man. How your day going, Tana?
Oh, good. I got up. I went to the gym. I got beat up in jujitsu a lot today. What else did I do? I took a nap because that's how I live my life. That one of them nice midday naps. And then I'm having dinner with some friends tonight. That's what I got going on this 48-hour Friday.
Yo, when I talk about balance, like my man is fighting and taking naps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's the perfect blend of adulting and still like living a rambunctious Mountain Dew extreme kind of life. I love it.
Not
I
Mountain
love it
Dew.
a lot. Well, let's talk about Stefon Diggs, man. He got a lot going on, including a new baby with Cardi B on the way, but there's also another lawsuit. Here's what we know right now. Now, Stefon filed a lawsuit in February of 2025 against his ex-reality star, Marlon Hernandez, and her friend, Brianna Mack. And so here's what happened. Stefon claims back in June of 2024, while at his Houston apartment, Marlon punched him multiple times, damaged his $130,000 watch, threw his phone in the skibbity toilet, and destroyed his gaming console. Now, he's suing for assault, property damage, trespassing, emotional distress, conspiracy, and attempted extortion, and wants $250,000 and $1 million in damage. But not to be outdone, Marlon countersued Stefon in April of 2025, denying those allegations and claiming he allegedly punched her in the back of the head with a closed fist during that same incident. I mean, how many punches is a guy supposed to eat, right? But anyway, she wants $250,000 and $1 million for physical and emotional harm, plus medical expenses. Then he has his lawsuit, paternity suit, it's worth $60 million. Should he settle, fight it, make better choices, pick better people off the internet? What say y'all?
Wow, this guy's got a lot going on because there's other babies coming, there's lawsuits with exes, there's other kinds of allegations out there I'm not going to speak on, but you can look them up and they involve dudes. There's a lot going on with this guy. He's a busy body. Allegedly a busy little beaver, and it's not always with the beaver.
Yeah, like the Josh Howard of the NFL.
Yes.
This feels like, to me, I don't know, guys. This one feels like an unforced L right here. Like, so in 2024, he was at his place. Him and his girl got in an argument. She punched him. Allegedly, she assaulted him a couple times. I'm sure he didn't do anything, and he just ate those right on the chin. Her boxing skills are just so next level that she was able to damage this NFL player. And then she damaged a watch at $130,000, threw his phone in the toilet. Let's call that $2,000. So that's $132,000. And then she destroyed his Xbox. So let's call it $132,500. Now, he's got a whole lawsuit going on for $250,000 plus $1 million, and then she countersued him. Like, was she going to countersue him if he had not sued her to begin with? I feel like going for this lawsuit got him the second lawsuit, and he's got too much other stuff to be worrying about.
There's some things where you could kind of take the fade on because, like, he got the money to cover the damages. And sometimes you just want to stay out of the news. But maybe his legal team was like, yo, she's going to sue you, right? Maybe you should sue first so you could look like the good guy in the situation. I don't know much about his moral compass. I just know a lot about his moral humpus, and he has a lot of kids, right? So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like, what would you do in this situation, Claudia?
It's hard to get a punch in as a woman to a dude. Really, really hard. Not to be sexist or anything like that, but I don't know. Wow, she was able to get a punch in like that with this guy who was like one of the best in the NFL. I don't know. I think they had a fight, a lover's quarrel for whatever reason, and they got into it, and they probably both put hands on each other. That's what I think happened.
You know what I think? Because like she was able to get so many punches in on him. He was playing an online game. And he has control in his hand, and it was like a crucial moment, and he didn't want to lose. And like, so he's taking the hits while he's playing the game to, because he didn't want to like, be down. And then like the fight probably intensified after the quarter.
So he lost the fight because he didn't want to let go of his game. Probably.
Yeah. And then you're a guy. You could take a few. It gets to a mile marker that after a while, you kind of forget where you are and who you are, what's going on. And you just involuntarily strike back. I don't condone men hitting women, but I also feel like everybody should keep their damn hands to themselves.
They should. It is weird they're both suing for the same amount. Like, I do think now that you said that, Tanner, does make me think like maybe that was her plan all along. Then he beat her to the punch because he could act faster. And maybe he's like, oh, I'll get her before she gets me, so I'll look less guilty. I don't know who's guilty here.
It's so interesting. Like, I would think he would settle, number one, just to make this headache go away. But also, here's the thing that I hope he's thinking about this. He's the one with the most to lose. He's the one who's worth $60 million right now. And his career's not over. And he's trying to get this new relationship going with Cardi. Evidently, he's got children coming with Cardi. Plus, he's got this whole other paternity suit. Like, he is the one with the most to lose. If it's me, I'm settling just to make the headache go away.
And he's with the New England Patriots, where if you know that the Patriots do not play, they do not like a lot of riffraff on their team. Like, they'll be like, oh, you're good, but we'll get rid of you because we don't care. Like, we care about the reputation of our team. I'm a New England Patriots fan. Yeah.
Do you think any of them called Top Dog Law?
They seem to be heavy in these advertising streets.
Top Dog Law. Your girl broke your jaw. Call Top Dog Law.
Oh, you might need them.
Yeah, got to get him on it. Man, this is one of my favorite like 15 minutes of fame that just keeps getting stretched out. We're at like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 45 minutes here. Julia Fox. Y'all remember Julia Fox? Kanye's ex? Julia Fox? Uncut Gems, Julia Fox. So she was having this interview with Marlon Wayans and Tyreek Withers did for their movie Him, right? This movie came out, and the interview's going viral. Well, here's why. So Marlon began talking about what a real man is and what is masculinity when this happened.
Needs to hear what real men are. I think there's there's masculinity.
But what are real men?
Right. To me, a real man is a responsible man.
Because every time a man does something, they'll be like, that's not a real man. And it's like, looks like a man to me.
I think a real man is in touch with his feminine
looks like a duck
side.
and it walks like a duck. I mean?
Yeah. I think a real man is knows how to unstrap from his ego.
I don't know. I think the real man thing is just a thing like that people invented to like excuse bad behavior.
Yeah,
like all men are real men.
Said like a real man.
Period.
Yeah,
Say it how it is.
I think
I'm with Marlon.
So,
she was kind of looking like a real man just right there just now. She was very.
So a lot of folks felt the way you did, Claudia. A lot of folks felt like Julia was being cringy by interrupting him while he was making his point. Other people thought that she's who she is, and she is outspoken, and she challenges stereotypes of women being silent and norms, that sort of thing. But like, what are our thoughts on this? It does hit me as a little awkward.
The question was posed to Marlon and not Julia. Like, why did you jump into the double dutch game that no one asked you to play? Let this man finish his statement before you try to tell a man what a real man is who was asked about real men.
Actually, yeah, absolutely agree. It came off very bitter. It came off like she's mad at another man, and she's like when I hate when people do that. Like someone's asked a question, and you're thinking about your personal situation that you just like you're mad about something, so you just kind of inject it. Like, well, what is a real man? I mean, because the ones I've seen, she's sitting over there with a real manly jawline, and I'm like, can you just shut up and let him finish? Like, I cannot stand when someone jumps in and makes it about them when the question was not even asked to her in the first place. And it was giving obnoxious, but she's been obnoxious since she hit the scene. And Kanye West, I blame you for making this person a thing, because before you and y'all walking around looking unbathed, allegedly, we didn't even know anything about her. Well, I didn't know anything about her. And now I'm like, please get her off my timeline. She gives
Yeah,
death.
it's so interesting. Like part of it to me that would be a little context. Like she was sitting across from Marlon, and who says bad things about him? Who is coming out of the woodworks talking about how he did them wrong, talking about how he's terrible to all these women? Did we not talk about him earlier this year? Because he was talking about how much he loves his mother and his like allegiance to her. Like for everything that we can ever see, he's been a stand-up guy from the beginning. If she was sitting across from someone who had alleged abuse scandals, had like a very like illicit things going on, or had a history of like running their mouth and being very degrading to women, if she was sitting across from somebody like that, like I can see jumping in and sort of making that point. But you're sitting next to Marlon Wayans, and now you're projecting your bad experience, exactly like you were talking about, Claudia. You've made it about you trying to take over this interview.
She's definitely has someone in mind, and maybe it's Kanye, maybe it's somebody else. But I guess she came out as pansexual and said she'll never date men again. And well, I don't know what man's gonna want to deal with that, because she seemed very annoying. She came out.
Yeah, it's like, also, if I remember this correctly, now I'm being a real gossipy Sally, but I believe she was married and had a kid with a guy, and not too long after that, like left him with the kid to start dating Kanye. So it's like, like you weren't a good man, Julia. Like, what are we talking about here? You better check these 3 fingers pointing back at yourself before you start pointing fingers at other folks.
Julia, go away. Please sit down for a while, please, and get some therapy, because she's giving bitter. She's giving bitter.
Yeah.
She's giving bitter.
Yeah.
All right. So Deion Sanders announced recently that he would be undergoing some more medical procedures, and his girlfriend Karrueche has been right by his side. But when the Neighborhood Talk posted this viral video, of a call between Deion and son Shador, it got the people talking. Let's take a look.
Yeah, me and Karrueche chilling now, so we'll call you back.
Now, we gotta have a little talk with her anyway.
Who's we?
Me and Bucky, because everything she got coming around, things been started going downhill.
She ain't no slap rock.
They blaming on Karrueche.
That is
not true.
That
is not true.
Well.
Yeah, there's some haters in the comments. Somebody said that gave, I may tell a joke, but not a lie. Another person says his kids are just as hilarious as he is. Another one said that he knows she's trying to get to his bag. And the last one said, Karrueche is the nurse Ray J said, keep some money aside for. Wow. I think he's joking. I thought he clearly has a good relationship with his dad, and he's bringing some levity to the moment. His dad's in the hospital bed. And so his son made this joke to lighten the moment there with his dad. I think he's joking. I don't see a whole lot wrong with it.
I hope we're not going to get updates on every single little thing that happens with this couple, because it's them releasing the videos that we don't need to see all this. Like, let this man heal and recover in peace. Let them have their moments, because then when we speak on it, then we get criticized for like having an opinion on what they're doing. And I'm like, who is releasing these videos? Do we need to see all of this? Let this man recover. It's a very personal thing. It's his bladder. It's cancer. It's all these kind of things. And like, why are we getting a play-by-play every single time? Like, he has a phone call with the son. It's giving they're trying to get a reality show or get something going, and that's what it's giving. And I will say this, I make dark jokes all the time, and a lot of times those dark jokes come from a place of a little bit of a truth telling, a way to say something to a friend or family member without being like so blatant. You make ha ha ha, I was just joking, but there is truth behind a lot of these jokes. And they said things been going downhill. It's not Karrueche's fault, of course, it's just the timing. But like I would maybe stop making these videos for a little while until everything's on more solid footing, health wise and relationship wise. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, and you're good friends with Karrueche. I dropped off, so I don't know if you addressed this before, but she's been very helpful and nurturing in this whole environment, right?
No, I just know her like in passing. I'm friends with
Okay.
Tracy. So, but
Okay.
I feel like I get asked about it a lot, and I kind of feel bad because like puts me in an uncomfortable position because it looks like I'm fighting for my friend Tracy has nothing to do with this anymore. She's over it, and I just want to keep saying that, because people think that whenever I speak up on her behalf, it's like she told me to do it, and she does not. We don't even talk about this anymore. Like I'm over it, actually.
Fair enough. Yeah, I feel like if I was Deion, like just having Karrueche around would be the battery in my back to get up out of that bed or get back in it, depending on
Beautiful
what
girl.
day it is.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you,
Yes,
I
beautiful
got to
women.
get healthy. I got to get back up. Doctor, you got to get me out of this hospital. I have a life to live.
Look at his track
me?
record. Karrueche, Tracy, Pilar Sanders. He's had gorgeous, gorgeous women that have been down by his side and down for him. So he's got some baddies.
He's a slow swimming barracuda because he's not like hitting everything moving quickly. He's moving slowly, having meaningful relationships with some of the baddest humans on the planet. And like he doesn't get all those labels thrown on him that a lot of people get when they move from person to person because, it seems like he does it classily.
Sure.
Unless there's something I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a little closer to the stove than I am. I'm just saying.
We'll
sure.
talk to you on the break. Patreon. Have y'all been in relationships where like when this person, and not just a relationship, but like even a friendship, like things go bad when this person comes around? I feel like when I'm making bad decisions, things go bad in my life, not maybe a person being around. How about you guys?
I mean, there's been situations where someone has said, yo, I've been around for you when like all these terrible things happen.
There's definitely been scenarios where like I've been friends with somebody and this is like one of those common phrases where it's like believe someone when they show you who they are the first time. Like there were pockets of time who were very close friends of mine, but it was only after that friendship ended and I got a little perspective, I got a little distance, and I was able to step back from it and I could see it coming from the beginning. I was like, oh, I should have noticed here, but I didn't notice until over here. And so I do think there are people who can just like bring you down if you don't look out. That's for sure.
On the flip side, I definitely have a friend. I want to say her name so bad, but when I'm up, she is in my face and texts me, want to hang out and do big things and be in pictures. And when things are going poorly for me, she disappears and I don't see her until I do something amazing. And then she sees on social media and she'll reach out to me. And at this point, I want to say her name so bad because it's blatant at this point where I'm like, you only come around when things are up. Anyways, we're going to take a break. I have a lot of great things happening. So let me just see. I'm going to put that bait out there and see if she calls me during this 2-minute break because.
How many syllables in her name? Give us that much. How many syllables?
2.
Oh.
2.
Side dish. Now, shots were fired during a recent episode of the 5150 podcast where comedian Corey Holcomb called out a fellow comedian, calling him one of the worst comics out here. Check this out.
See some of these guys at these casinos, they suck.
Yeah.
And I'm bold enough to say names if somebody try me.
Say a name. You ain't gonna say
Martin Lawrence sucks. One of the worst comics out there, dog.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm just keeping it a buck, dog. I done seen it where I don't say I'm here. I don't take pictures. I watch. I'll be like, okay, this is one of the worst comics out here.
Really?
One of the worst comics out here.
Damn, I love Martin. I ain't gonna lie.
At one time, he was the man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about his movies.
Yeah.
I know he was kind of hacky with the comedy back then.
Well,
but now he isn't as coherent as he used to be.
Actually,
When you see comics at casinos, they normally are at the twilight of their career.
Well, a guy like Martin could just have a Vegas show. I don't know why he just don't have a Vegas show and
They'll
host
boo
it.
him in Vegas, though.
Oh, man.
Vegas is a little rougher.
Man, Darlene checked all the way out of that. Martin Lawrence is currently on, as y'all still know what it is, stand-up comedy tour, performing at casino like Resorts World. He's a World Las Vegas, Casino World Las Vegas, the MGM, Hard Rock Live. Now, Corey has a history of trash talking, Claudia. Do you feel like he's bitter, or does he have a legitimate point? To me, I feel like he's punching down. We know Martin done been through something, and at one point in time, Martin was a beast. And if Martin is on the road doing the thing that he loves to do, and people love to see him do that thing that he's known for, I think some people kind of like view it, they know what it is, and they just want to see a guy that they grew up on and be supportive. I feel like, Corey punching down, and I rock with Corey, but not on this one.
One of my closest friends was engaged to him for a while, so I was around him a lot, and he's definitely lost a step. He's had some health issues and we've known. I'm not telling any personal business. I think he's lost a step a little bit, but we all have lost a step. Ask me to run 200 meters right now. It's not going to be 24 seconds, 25. It's about to be 35, 40 seconds. Okay. So I just think this comes with age. Corey is very raw. He tells it like it is. And he says the things that some of us may thinking, but he'll say it times 10.
Yeah.
And his fans love that about him, that he's not afraid of anybody. Punching down a little bit, because why? But that's his opinion. And I guess we are entitled to one as long as we still have a little bit of freedom of speech that we may have taken away soon.
I think, I don't know. It's one of those things, like, when did Martin, he had comedy specials, really when we get down to it, Martin was huge in the 90s. That's kind of where I think everybody, or a lot of people were introduced to him in the 90s. And then he went on to have the giant movie career. And then he also, like HK mentioned, it's clear. To me, it seems something has happened, and to be honest, I'm glad that we have him turn around. He's also in the same space that classic rock bands or classic acts are in, where it's you don't go to these shows because you want to see him or these bands do their brand new songs and their brand new material that they released this year. You go because you want to see the hits. You go because you want to see the person that you, like you said, that you grew up with in the 90s. You want to see that. That's the kind of energy you want to get. Now, Corey's a different kind of comic. He wasn't Martin in the 90s. I'm sure he's writing new material and working new material and is on the cutting edge of that. Martin might not be on the cutting edge of that right now, but he doesn't have to be, and I don't think people want him to be.
Let me ask you guys this. There's people that tell the truth and they're brutally honest, and it sometimes is deemed as mean. Do you think if, a lot of people go out of their way to just say things in a nice way, okay, but avoiding the very obvious truth. Do you think if something is true, it's mean? If it's not complimentary, do you think it's or is there a place where we could just say, hey, he's not good anymore?
Well, it's all about the delivery from when he says the thing that he says. He has very heavy hands when he says the things that he says. Yeah. We as a culture, we're really good at tearing each other down and figuring out ways to diminish other people's bankability. I don't see this so much in the comedy world. I mean, I guess people was bombing on Dane Cook at one point in time, calling him hacky, whatnot, but not to the point to where like you're trying to draw attention. Look at this guy. He sucks.
It's interesting. I think some of it might come from a place of, and I hate to say this, and don't be mad at me, Corey, if you see this, but I think some of it could come from a place of jealousy. Like Martin has had all of the success in the world, and he is still out continuing to do that. He doesn't have to hit the road and go do comedy in Vegas. He's doing it because he wants to, and he has like the biggest stages to do it on. And like you said, can you say something and it be true and it not be nice? Yeah, sometimes the truth isn't nice, but it's also perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like comedy is one of those things where it's like there's a big perspective component where it's like, well, why is it that you feel this way?
Right. And everyone won't find the same things funny. There's plenty of people I'm sure out there that find Martin Lawrence hilarious that won't laugh at Corey Holcomb, and vice versa. They may laugh at Corey and not at Martin.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Savannah James is back for another season of our podcast, Everybody Crazy. And while talking to her co-host, she made this confession about spending money.
Be on a budget, but I be feeling so good about myself if I don't spend no money for like 3 days.
3 days?
Yeah, but like nothing. Like I don't spend no money. I eat out. I don't eat out. I don't.
Yeah, you're
no parking,
but
no
you're
nothing.
not going nowhere.
Yeah, I be like,
I did so good. I didn't spend no money for 3 days. You live in the house. It's crazy.
All right, now if your hubby is LeBron James, is it a flex to say you didn't spend any money in 3 days? And fellas, how long have you gone without spending any money on anything?
I mean, low key, it is a flex because it is easy to do it because the money is there. You know, you're not budgeting, so it's a conscious effort. So salute to her on that. How long have I gone without spending money? Not a single day. Even if I don't go out into the world on my own and spend money, I'll get a PayPal notification that told me Apple took something out for something, or Microsoft done ran something on some Xbox Live thing. Like, yo, like I wish I knew what I was spending money on when I wasn't out in the wild spending money. I hate these times. It's too easy to spend money right now.
And she doesn't have to spend money because, like, unlike us that are not wealthy like that, like she doesn't have to go out and get food. A cook is coming that day to cook for them, a chef. So that money's already spent. I will say this. If you want to hurt your feelings, go to your bank account and look where they show your subscriptions, like things that come out every month. I could not believe how much money, like things I signed up for and forgot to cancel. For the year, it was like $18,000.
Wow.
But some of it's like cable, like it was like stuff that comes out monthly. Like I got beef. I need to go through and cancel a whole bunch of things. Yes.
Well, at a ploy of trying to get us a sponsorship, you need to check out Rocket. It's an app that you can download and it'll like forensically go through your whole account and tell you what you're paying for. And you could even cancel things through the app, and they could renegotiate fees for you to where like you can pay cheap.
Yo, HK put me on this, and it turns out, and now we're not even doing gossip anymore. We're talking about finance. But HK put me on this, and I have a rental property that has a mortgage with Rocket, and so it all linked up, and now it's like the best way for me to manage it. But I do want to circle back around and say Samantha James is a legend for not spending money for 3 days, being married to LeBron James. He's a billionaire.
Savannah too. You said Samantha.
Yeah.
Oh.
You said Samantha. I said Savannah. I said
Savannah. That could have been me being mushmouth. But yeah, she's an absolute legend for not spending money for 3 days. Like I'm like HK. Like I am gonna spend money today. I already know it. Have I ever gone 3 days without spending money? I don't know. Those 3 days before this rent check was about to make me broke. Yeah, those 3 days. But then after that, like, you got to put it together. To not spend to not spend any money for 3 days, kudos to her.
Savannah, spend the money. Trust me.
Right? Yeah, spend the money. Speaking of spending money, we're going to talk about our guy, Charlie Sheen. That man spent all the money back in the day. This is in white people news. He's looking for one do-over in life. All right. Charlie the Machine Sheen was on David Duchovny's podcast, Fail Better. And David asked Charlie, what is one do-over in life that Charlie thinks about? And here is the Machine's answer.
It's like really true. It isn't the one that I'm supposed to say. Sorry, tattoos. Sorry, HIV is easier to deal with than, okay? Can't take a pill and make your tattoos disappear. Was all of that just out loud?
All right.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Outside of his drug issues, his marriage troubles, his career missteps, he ended a $1 million a week show. He is HIV positive, although it's undetectable right now. Surviving all of that, his one do-over, the one thing that he would go back and change is tattoos.
Did he get HIV from a dirty tattoo needle?
No, he got it the old-fashioned way.
Oh,
He
it
had
is
to
two
put in the work
old-fashioned
to get
ways. Like,
Well, I think he got them both of the two old-fashioned ways.
okay, cool.
Yes, he did.
Mm.
Allegedly. Wow. Of all the things, yeah, Charlie, that tiger blood is still infected mentally. Yeah, you're all over. I don't understand why you would pick tattoos.
I mean, and the wild thing is, I think it's one of those situations where, you laugh to keep from crying, or you self-deprecate just to, kind of deflect and make light of the situation and let the world know you're okay. Because it was a while where it seemed like my man wasn't going to be okay, and I think he's handling it well, all things considered.
It could also legitimately be this. Like, if there is one thing about Charlie Sheen, it's like he's made a lot of money making people laugh. And when that is your persona, you know what people, I think, are showing up to hear. They want to feel good, they want to hear something to laugh. And if he would have said, "Yeah, I wish I wish I would have maintained my relationship better with Denise, and that's the biggest regret in my entire life. And if I could go back and change that one thing, that would be it." The crowd would be silent. We would write pieces about how he's changed his entire life and how depressing and sad it is. But that's not what he's saying. What he's saying is like, "Oh yeah, I got 18 stupid tattoos, and I would get rid of those. I don't regret anything else." And we can laugh at that. Now, I don't know if that's it for sure, but that could be part of it.
We can laugh at that, but I just wonder how that makes his family members feel, like his kids, his ex-wives, women that he may have infected. You know what I'm saying? Like, you use that moment to say a tattoo just so you can get the laughs of those people in the crowd. When you've been out here really affecting other people's lives. If I was someone that slept with him, or ex-wife, or someone that he put we had issues, I would be pissed off at hearing that. Like that, like just now, the more that I think about it, after you made that point, I'm like, you're right, he did it for the laughs, but there's real people behind him that have to suffer because of his actions.
But don't you think those people kind of already know who he is and kind of already get it? You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know the nature of David Duchovny's podcast normally, but it seems like it's kind of a lighthearted fare, and he didn't want to turn it to an ABC after school special in front of a live studio audience. So, that was just Carlos Estevez being Carlos Estevez.
Carlos Estevez.
Lord,
hey,
keep me
I'm
away
super
from
excited.
any man like Charlie Sheen, please, Lord.
I'm super excited. We got to go to a quick break, but when we come back from the break, you know what day it is. We got Battle of the Bodies, and I've been looking forward to this all week. We'll see you guys in just 2 minutes. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back. It's time for Battle of the Bodies. You guys like that? If I keep singing a song, eventually we'll come up with like music for it and stuff.
You're prompting
as
it.
everyone knows, I'm doing it. I'm speaking it into the universe. I'm manifesting it. Now listen, everybody knows I am the head of thirst trap research over here for Side Dish. It's been a position I've enjoyed having. I've scoured the socials for the best celebrity content of the week. Here we go. First up is rapper 21 Savage's Boo Lotto, who seemingly shut down pregnancy rumors. Oh, woo! With these photos. She might not have any pregnancy rumors now, but she's about to.
Yeah, no doubt. Like,
she looks good. Yeah. She's a beautiful girl. She's hottie. Got booty, face, hair, everything.
I'd have been 22 Savage by now if that was the thing. It would be one more.
Yeah, for sure. Well done.
All right. Okay, Lotto, I see you. All right, next up is Aaron Pierre. That's Mufasa. Showing up his body, yaddy, yaddy. Had his boo, Teyana Taylor, who equally has a banging body. Man. Asking, can I pet that dog? Wow. Teyana, you are a girl. They both lucky because they're both sexy as hell. That is a sexy couple. And if y'all ever drop a sex tape, I'm first to buy it.
And you know they hang out at the gym together. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes you gotta like convince your partner to go to the gym with you. You know they're going together willingly and getting those gains. Like this guy's built like an actual action figure.
Yes. Jesus Christ.
He's got to be playing some kind of superhero with his shirt off. Like that body fat percentage is like 6, 7 to have abs like that. Andy's also nice. Andy's got an accent. The guy's he's too much. He's too much, Claudia. I said it.
No, he's not. That's just right.
Well, yeah, the muscles could be the Green Lantern.
With all due respect, Teyana, I don't want no smoke, but girl.
Looks like they both got hands. Well, let's try this one out. We got Lizzo showing up for Yiddy and looking like fine wine. Ain't no Hogzilla over here, Judge Joe Brown.
Listen.
Yiddy.
She's got...
Well, that was a bait and switch. That was a real bait and switch. But I'm saying, like, I love Lizzo's bounce back and the way that she's really getting ahead of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to bring back Maxim and King magazine.
Oh yeah,
because that's what this was for. This type of, this should give people inspiration that you can get it together. And I know there was a little bit of like I can't remember if she's on Ozempic or not. However, you got to do what works for your body and balance that out with exercise and right eating habits. And she's getting to it.
And can I just say, whether she's heavy or with the weight loss, that face has always been drop dead gorgeous. Lizzo is a beautiful woman. She really, really is. And kudos to her. At one point, she was trying to embrace, like, I don't care. I like this. And I like that she took some positive steps to kind of get more fit. She looks amazing. So I hope people like Judge Joe Brown will stop talking trash because you don't look good yourself. Okay. Last but not least, we have comedian Desi Banks flexing his muscle suit. Check this out.
Right there. All right, to the left. Oh. That right. Get in there. Get in there. I'm talking about in it. You know what I'm saying? All right, to the right. To the right. Yeah, I like that. I'm talking about down deep south, baby. Yes, I see you, nigga. That's right. That's what you got. You got hit. I need that in him, huh? Yeah. Sit down and leave it. Y'all get up out of here then. Y'all want to be like this here? You can leave. What you gonna do?
Wow. These albums almost look fake. They look like, wow, I wouldn't expect a comedian to be in shape like that or built like that.
Oh no, that was fake.
Suit, yeah.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Like next level muscle suit. Like, I mean, like it's out here fooling people. Got you. Like, I even had to stare closely for a second. It's like, why does it look like he's been in a pool for a long time and his skin lost color? You know, like
the arms are bloated. Okay, so I was got you. All right. So
what celeb y'all feel like put off the best body this week? I mean, I kind of probably know which direction you're going in, but once again, it is what it is. Yo, Lotto. I mean, Jesus Christ jumping rope. I mean, she built for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just amazed Thank you for running that back up. Repeat, if you will. The color, the arch, the accentuation, the whole kit and caboodle. I'm proud of you, girl. Come a long way.
She's built for it, huh? Built for what exactly, Headkrack? What are you saying?
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah. All of it.
Life.
Yeah.
Who you
Yeah,
got?
all of it,
Yeah.
Claudia. That's what she's built for. Man, let me tell you what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna give it to Aaron Pierre because he's got Teyana Taylor. And Aaron's a nice guy. He came on our show. He's very nice, but you're not getting any love from me, brother. Not when you look like that. You're getting enough from the world. A kudos to Lizzo. Attractive. Confidence is always attractive. Shout out to her. Daisy Banks, I appreciate the comedy. Lotto, call me. Are your DMs open? I like shooters shoot. I don't know what else to say about
Her
that.
dude
She
is a
got me with
shooter.
that photo.
21 Savage is a shooter. Like
Oh.
yeah, like, and we outside, bro. Like I
As a
don't even know if you want that.
Are
type
you
of
willing
energy
to
on your
risk it
doorstep.
all, Tanner? Are you willing to risk it all, Tanner?
No, I'm not willing to risk it all.
For me, it's Adam Pierre. That's Mufasa. He looked good as hell, and that discipline, and also he's got Teyana, so it's like 2 for 1. So I'm giving it to him. Well, I'm not giving it to him. Teyana's giving it to him, but I'm giving the kudos to him. Respect.
You're gonna give him the kudos.
The kudos only.
we love kudos. You know, kudos go a long way.
Yeah.
And look at the You see that, Arlene? You picked the right picture of that towel. You see what I do? You see what I see?
You got that sex.
I thought, okay, well, they got him. Derrick Groves, the last of the 10 inmates who escaped a New Orleans prison back in May, has finally been caught after nearly 5 months on the run and in Atlanta of all places. Now, after receiving hundreds of tips from the community, Derrick was apprehended in a house on Honeysuckle Lane in the Campbellton Road neighborhood. 11 Alive News reported. The Atlanta SWAT team entered the house using tear gas and a canine to capture him. A pistol and 15 pounds of weed were found. Damn, 15 pounds of the sticky icky was found in the home. He had a court hearing today on extradition back to Louisiana and could face the following charges: fugitive from justice, charge in Fulton County and possibly at the federal level. Simple escape in Louisiana could add 2 to 5 years onto his sentence. He was convicted of opening fire and killing 2 people at a Mardi Gras party in 2024, but had not been sentenced yet at the time of the jailbreak. Now, a $50,000 award will be paid to the tipster, who was unknown at the time, and you better keep yourself silent and incognito. Why come to Atlanta and not out the country? Is it because of the lemon pepper wings and the hookahs? And I was
Probably the passport component. I mean, you maybe could get to Mexico, but I think the ID there too. I mean, like, you know, based on the crimes that he got found guilty for, good for his ass. But I also understand why you would kind of flee to Atlanta, because if you were a black person trying to like blend in, not a bad place to start.
Oh man, it's weird. Like it's a sensational story, right? The idea of all the inmates escaping, and it's like wild to talk about. We are talking about a guy. There they all. They all got captured.
All the Pokemon.
It's yeah, got to catch them all. They did it. It's weird. I feel it's one of those things that, like, my heart breaks. My heart breaks sometimes because I think about like a short, and I know this wasn't the whole thing with like talking about this, but a quick and a short lapse in judgment. He shot 2 people at a Mardi Gras party. He hadn't even been sentenced yet. Now his sentencing is going to be kicked way down there. He did kill the 2 people in the Mardi Gras party. So it's like, you did that thing and now you're going back and you're going to be there even longer than you were going to be in the first place. And sometimes I just think, you know what, man, if we'd have taken a deep breath at the first one, we might not have been here.
But he got 5 months of freedom. I hope he lived it up during those 5 months, because he's not going to see freedom for a very long time.
He probably told he went to Magic City, right?
Oh, he gave a kiss.
Oh no, not we're gonna put the saxophone over it. Yo,
you're gonna get carelessly whispered to in the jail when you get back to where you came from.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, man, we going to break, but when we come back, we got a very special question of the day, and the ladies is gonna set the tone for this one. We got you covered in 2 minutes. And you know what time it is? It's time for our question of the day. And normally I set the scene, but this time I'm going to allow these ladies to set it for me. And this one might ruffle a few feathers. Check it out.
Wanted to discuss dinner etiquette. If I'm in a group with 7 people and all I had was a salad and 1 drink, but the tab, they divided it equally, I'm paying that equal. I'm not going to be like, let me just get my salad and my 1 drink.
No, that is a fucking pet.
Is a pet.
I have a friend who's like that. We'll go out to eat and she'll be like, I'm going to just have a water and this appetizer.
Don't come to dinner.
And then when the check comes, she'll be like, well, I just had a water and appetizer. Don't even come eat with me, bro.
Don't come eat.
Like, I don't want to go to eat with somebody who's not going to eat.
Exactly. When you come in a group, you pay as a group.
So then get some drinks. I don't give a like, you know what I mean?
The tab be as expensive as how we having it right now. We take a shot.
We gonna split it.
We gonna split it. It don't matter.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
All right, so what y'all think? Is it proper etiquette to split the bill regardless of how little you may have ordered? You know, because some people operate in a space similar to her. We're like, yo, listen, if you don't got money to come eat, stay home.
I say within reason because I had some friends that would take advantage of that. Like I would meet them and I'd be at the end of the dinner and I would literally get a ginger ale and an appetizer. My bill's like $32 and they would be ordering Wagyu steak and all that Kobe steak, beef and all that kind of stuff. And they would literally have a $300 tab for 1 person and they would want to, of course, split the bill with someone whose bill was $32 so they could pay less. And when you know that, like, I don't, that's not cool. If it's like, close, like we both ate dinner, that's one thing. I'm cool with splitting the bill, but not when you have scrub friends that try that and they think they're trying to come up on their friends that didn't really get anything. Within reason, I think.
So I'm gonna break this down. In my opinion, how it's real simple. If it's two people, you can either get your individual checks. That's no big deal. Or you can split it because you both know exactly what the other's having. You say, oh, I had this, I had that, she had that, blah, 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 blah. That's pretty easy. 3 people, no different, the same. 4 people, probably 2 couples or 4 individuals. It's easy enough to chop it into 4. You also it's also easy enough to know. But once you get to 5 or more people at a table, then we get into like another scenario. Now, I'm with Claudia. If you come late, you absolutely only need to pay for your little portion. But once we have like 5 people or more, now the appetizer I order, you're getting some of that. I'm getting some of your appetizer. Maybe we're splitting a bottle of wine, depending on the location. And so there is some gray territory. But if you're very concerned about it, you can always ask for your check separately at the top.
Yeah, because a lot of times they do that thing in restaurants where if it's parties of 4 or more, they add that gratuity too, which also pumps up the volume on the bill. And you want to be able to do your part, because you were an extra body at the table, and you might have been the body that made that gratuity clause kick in. So you got to be prepared to go half-seas with everybody else on the table just to make sure like you ain't the scrub friend in the group. Just because you didn't want to order the lobster stuffed steak, don't mean that you don't have to pay. You showed up.
If you're with your peoples, like I would hope that you're only at dinner with people that you really rock with and that wouldn't take advantage like that. Like that usually happens when it's a group of people that you don't really know everybody. But with my girls, it's whatever, because there's been times where one of us will get the whole check. It's vice versa. Like no one's like keeping track of like the pennies and stuff like that. But in the beginning, when I first moved to Dallas, there was a couple times and I was getting to know these girls that they really try to take advantage. And I was talking to a guy friend of mine the other day who said he would get invited to dinners all the time with girls at the end of the dinner. So he would come have 1 drink and he'd be the only guy there and he'd be expected to pay the entire bill, which I think is some raggedy, dusty girl thing. That's dusty. That's dusty. That's
Scrubs ain't just guys. There's girl scrubs too. Like they come in every chromosome. You know what I mean? If there was ever a celebrity that you think would dip out on the bill or like, be, kind of stingy about it, who you think it would be?
Oh, why are you laughing? Claudia, that means there's a story.
Headkrack. Who do you think it'd be?
I don't know, because I don't really go out to eat with my famous friends. I don't. Like, it's weird, man. I operate in a really weird bubble, man. I do my work. I go home. Like, I just probably, maybe Gary. Like, Gary would be the only person I know who operates in that space to where, like, because Gary lives on Gary Island. And Gary, like, if he thinks you're paying, he's going to eat the most expensive stuff. He want gold flake salt. You know what I mean? But yeah. He will be frugal in every other department and dimension of those things.
Check your group text.
So,
okay.
It's in the group chat. All right, we're gonna go to a quick break. Oh, I can't look. I gotta look here in just a second. All right, we're gonna be back in a couple minutes with everybody's favorite game. Whose cousin is it? We'll see you in two.
You know I'm right.
I gotta look. Now I gotta... All right, welcome back. You guys know what time it is. Whose cousin is it? Very nice. Okay. All right. For our first half of 48-hour Friday, and this one happens in, you guessed it, Florida. All right, here we go. A 51-year-old Florida man is in hot water over drug possession, but what he was holding up in his hiney is really what turned up the case.
All right, cops were called about a naked man in a park restroom, but when they pulled up, he had clothes on, so they let him slide. But he couldn't chill. He trespassed on train tracks. Cops spin the block, frisk him, and boom, found a meth pipe.
So they hauled him in, but when he walked in, through the jail's body scanner, dude had a thermos lodged in his poop tube, hip to the rib, and the infamous Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd said, and I quote, he put it up the exit ramp.
Now, it's unclear if there was anything inside the thermos, but it had to be surgically removed ASAP. He got no extra charges, though, just trauma and a sore bum. All right, y'all. Whose cousin is it?
Does anyone have anything they'd like to say? Does anyone,
there's two things, Tanner. There's two things. The thing that you always point out, F word, Florida, right?
Yep.
So there's that part, right? Yep. The only time I see black people associated with meth is Method Man, and that's not the method that the meth he was talking about. So yeah, I'm gonna have to side with Tanner's cousin on this one.
I mean, and it went in. It seems like it went in so easily, and a thermos is pretty wide. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I never seen a slim thermos.
Yeah, there's no
skinny thermoses out there.
There's no thermos lights. Like, thermoses are really girthy. So this is a Tanner cousin that has been doing this a lot, and probably was fun for him. And yeah.
This story doesn't exactly give out TTE, which is tiny thermos energy. I knew when we hit the holy trifecta of man, Florida, naked, and then meth, like the and naked, the Venn diagram right here. This is what it looks like. It's a very Caucasian person. Yeah, it's a perfect storm. There's a part of me that wants to think maybe other, but I'm just kidding myself.
Come on,
I'm just kidding myself.
Tanner, knock it off.
And if it is our cousin, I'm gonna be so disappointed, and I'm gonna write that person a letter.
There's been a couple bestiality things I saw that I was us. I'm like, whoa, we're going to uncharted territory here. Like we're kind of branching out with the degenerateness.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna find out who did the do. Well, as we always do at this time, 3, 2, 1. Move that van.
Move that van. Here we go.
Yeah.
There we go. As advertised. Walter White, or White Walter, as you will.
Walter Freimeyer.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
A thermos, y'all.
And also there was
the other
nothing
thing
in the thermos too. That was another thing that we pointed out in the deets. Like that must have been his favorite cup.
How do you get a thermos?
Nothing in the thermos. Why did we?
What was it? We don't know.
Okay.
But
We don't know what was in the thermos.
Was the thermos lubricated at least?
Claudia, if you keep asking questions, we keep asking questions. We're just going to think about scenarios that we don't want to think about.
How do you take a thermos?
I would just like to apologize on behalf of all my cousins for all the methed up things that we do. I don't know why we all moved to Florida to do these methed up things.
Wow.
I'm ashamed, to be honest.
A thermos. I feel, wow, as a woman, inadequate. Wow. He took a thermos.
This is the worst advertising for thermos ever. Anyway, man, we gotta get up out of here, man. Happy 48-hour Friday to you, and you. Listen, man, don't forget to like, subscribe, tell others we out here. Shout out to the Fox Soul Mates. We're gonna tap in and do it again manana and solve some more crimes and talk about some of your favorite people.
I'll never drink out of a thermos again.
It keeps the warms warm and it keeps the colds cold. Like maybe it was a Stanley. What are we talking about?
Wide.
Oh my gosh, Florida, why?
Later, y'all.